Monday during a Georgia football season, which means I got a film study coming for you.
We just stepped on their face with a hobtail boot and broke their nose. We just crushed their face.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Monday to you. It is indeed a Monday during a Georgia football season, and a particularly special Monday. It is game week Monday for the first round of the college football playoffs. Chick-fil-A Bowl kicking off 8 o'clock Saturday evening. Yours truly in the building inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium against the number 4 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. And based on the title and the fact that YouTube is the second largest organic search engine in the world, behind, of course, Google, I would imagine there's some Buckeye fans here tonight as well. So welcome in for you guys. You're going to learn a little bit about your football team. I hope you enjoy it. Hit that thumbs up button for everyone involved. If you enjoy any portion of tonight's content, you can follow us over on patreon.com/Brooks Austin, link in the bio. I'm going to knock out everything before we get into a heavy jam-packed show. Got a lot of notes. We got about 3 quarters worth of football to watch against Ohio State's offense against Michigan. Think it's a relatively convenient study for us from a personnel packaging standpoint, okay? Hear a lot of teams and coaches talk about personnel packages. What does that mean? Well, Michigan is a 4-2-5 base defense. They're going to give a very similar front that Georgia will. However, the coverages vary and do a lot of different things. That's what you're going to notice about Michigan. I thought they did a really good job of being versatile. Okay, one of the very first things we're going to show you, they're going to walk up, they're going to play man covers. Then the next snap, they're going to back off, play some zone. Through a lot of different things at this Ohio State offense. Also thought there was some great second half adjustments from this Michigan defense. Remember, this Harbaugh defensive coaching staff is loaded down with nothing but NFL dudes, guys that have coached on that level and come back to the college ranks. So a lot of really, really smart minds. They corrected a lot of stuff we're going to show you in the second half. Didn't feel like Ohio State adjusted very much and lacked some execution as well. Played like a really tight and pensive football team. Pensive was the word I was looking for there. Kind of passive as well. Weren't super aggressive, particularly in a stretch of the game in the third quarter where Michigan was really responding. So super glad you guys are here today. Super excited for what is a great week of content here, not only on this channel, but dogsdaily.com as well. Some of the best coverage you'll find leading up to one of the best football games available in this college football postseason play, if you will, bowl games included. Been some snoozers of some bowl games. Appreciate you guys being here. As always, hit that thumbs up button. Man, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. As I told you, look, man, you're going to see first snap of the football game, right? First offensive snap of the football game for Ohio State. You're going to see that, hey, no fear, right? At least first snap of the football game to walk out, play some man coverage against what is an 11 personnel approach from Ohio State. That's what they will stay in, by the way, guys. They are an 11 personnel football team. They will not play a lot of two tights. If they will, or if they are, they get into an I formation. So something to pay attention to there. Michigan playing single high, man underneath to start the football game, walk the safety down into the box as well. So just kind of how they opened the football game is something worth note. And something to look at. I also want you to pay attention, okay, when they get a heavy box like this, everything in these pace and space offenses, they have what we call RPOs built off of them, right? The RPO on the backside here with the immediately convert to a go. We're going to work the back shoulder if we get pressed and can't get on top of them. Throwing a lot of stuff at you here, but the defense is getting a lot of stuff too. So we got a no-go on the run just because of the box count, right? So immediately we know as an offense, we're going to pull the football and we're going to try to work this one-on-one to the backside. Michigan's corner doing a great job here, setting the tone early in the football game, really, really getting up into his stuff. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. up at the top. Obviously, Georgia fans really concerned about the type of impacts he's going to make on this football game. But here's the cool part, right? It's Michigan. A lot of smart minds. I just told you. The very next snap, they're going to go a little bit of a hybrid coverage right here, right? Bunch of zone to the top into the boundary. Okay, a little bit of a bump and run down here on the bottom. He might settle the zone. Nonetheless, to open the snap or open the game, second snap of the football game, we don't really truly know what defensive coverage Michigan is in at the snap of the football. So being multiple against a team that is playing or typically plays with on-the-ball pace, they may check with me at the line of scrimmage, but they still play with on-the-ball pace, right? They're always on the ball. You always got to be ready to play. It's hard to be multiple. It's hard to be versatile unless you got super smart football players and got good coaches that can talk through the schemes. Now, here's the problem. You can mix, match. You can do all that good stuff. You can be a good enough football team, a smart enough football team to do all that good stuff. But when you show zone principles, right, when you come out and show soft coverage, okay, at the top of the screen, he knows, hey, we got man down here on the bottom or something that implicates man that's going to disrupt my timing here. I'm going to check to the top where I've immediately got space, despite the fact that that's Stover, our tight end, and we certainly like all of our other options a little bit more than him, the converted linebacker, okay? But nonetheless, playing on time, getting the ball out right there. Very next play, they get right back on it in the 1st and 15 after a false start. Hey, they will bunch with purpose. They will motion with purpose. When they bunch and they motion, beep, 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 we got to alert. We got to pay attention, right? What do I mean by that? Okay, all the bodies, every single one of them, all 11 are from the the right hash over, right? So we got this whole side of the football field to work, right, with really only 1 and 2 defenders, because when we go jet right here, we're automatically going to out-leverage that defensive end, right? So just playing with pace, space, and numbers here as an offense, but kind of giving it away pre-snap, right? Again, number 10's the guy they do it with. This is their yak guy. This is their yards after the catch kind of jet sweep, orbit motion, tunnel screens, bubble screens, all there. Get the ball in his hands, let him make a play type of plays. Go to number 10. So alert, alert, alert. We got to watch the motions pre-snap. Jet motion right there. He will also orbit motion, all that good stuff. Got to get him on the ground. Got to get him on the ground. But more than anything, if I'm playing the University of Georgia, this is what kind of scares me, okay? I do think this guy's really, really special. Whether he's Bryce Young special, I don't know. It's not my job to evaluate and take the number 1 quarterback off the board. That's not my job yet. Maybe it one day might be. Until then, I don't have to have an opinion. I just know he's really, really good. So when you got, bump and run up here and you got a 2-man game down here where they're kind of going to stick you here and rub you here, they're always going to have man beaters built in. I promise you, every single time you are in man coverage, Javon Ballard, okay, you're going to have to fight over this as he runs this. It's actually a flat. It's a speed out, basically. So we've got to get through this mesh, through this junk, and fight up underneath this ball. And even when we do, Stroud's so great with ball placement, he still might fit it over our heads. So did you see all the trash right there? I mean, you're going to get played to death playing Ohio State, playing all pace and space offenses, okay? But you're really, really going to get picked to death against a quarterback like this who's in year 3, man. Like, he's working progressions. We're going to show you tonight he's 1, 2, 3, 4 ball out. Like, he's really, really doing a good job. Okay? That's a dot. And then right here, they get right back on the ball, right? And again, they're on the ball pace, right? They're walking. They're not sprinting. It's not like Oregon back in the day under Chip Kelly. But they pick it up as coaches are signaling, right? Coaches are signaling. We're getting right back on the ball. We're hard checking. Check with me, right? Check with me. Boom. We get a free snap. Boom. Free play right now. Hey, 7, go be special. Go be special. Go throw this ball off your back foot with nothing, okay? Just flick it, all right? And 18, you go be special. So if I'm a Georgia fan and I'm watching this today, or if I'm Kirby Smart, my biggest fear in life heading into this week would be that they could do that. That was 2 plays. It took up 60 yards. Okay, if you add in the jet sweep, it's like 70. Can they do that? Just rack up 3 of those plays 6 times? Can they get 6 scoring drives like that? Because the history of Ohio State says, yes, they can. Michigan, as we're going to show you, did a tremendous job of limiting them to field goals in the red zone. It's the only way to beat this team. They will 100% move it in between the 20s. Okay, but they've only been held to 9 field goals in the red zone prior to this football game. I believe they got held to 3. All right, so that's what you got to do. But that, if I'm Kirby, scares me because that was nothing. That was one guy jumping off sides, boom, 40 yards, back shoulder. Okay, busted play, flick, Harrison, Stroud, be special. 3rd and 7, 2nd and 7. Oh, they're working the rub route, boom, convert the sticks. They do that a whole bunch of times. That's a success for failure, right? It's a success for failure, and for them, it's obviously a portion of their success over the years. Here it is. Good replay of it. Man, we got good stuff going on today. Hey, and then boom, right back on the ball, right? They get right back on the ball and make you get it. Right back on the ball and make you play, okay? They stretch you with this I call this mid-zone, and it's not called mid-zone because it's mid. All right, it's mid-zone because it's a hybrid between wide zone and vertical inside traditional zone. Here's what I'll show you, okay, if we can get it. They're not really like traditional inside zone is much more like on the 45, right? Everybody's blocking on the 45, okay? And then there's wide zone, right? Wide zone is everybody getting like real vertical or real horizontal and then pushing vertical, okay? Like, hey, 1, 2, 3, get deep, push vertical through the outside shoulder. That's wide zone. Now, mid zone is right in between, right? Like you would think, right? We got inside zone, we got wide zone, we got mid zone. Okay, they're a mid-zone football team because they're too big to be a wide zone football team, but they can't reset the line of scrimmage enough to be a true inside zone football team. So they elect to be a wide zone football team and ask their running backs to be a one-cut running back, right? As soon as you see the space, foot in the ground, let's go. Oh, we got the notes. Where we at? Put the notes in my pocket to talk to you guys. Hey, terrible read. Terrible read here by the front side inside linebacker. Actually, it's the other one. Excuse me. It's this front side inside linebacker. Again, motion with purpose. They're going to motion with purpose. Pay attention. If they send motion, it's for a reason. The particular motion indicates what they're going to do as well. That is orbit return. That's standard orbit. That is jet. That is how we will call them tonight, okay? So they're going to send jet motion, but he's really, as the ball's going to snap, go like this, and he's going to become the wrapper on counter. Okay, they're going to down block this way and then pull the backside guard. Watch this, Joker. Now, I'll give them credit. They got so much better in the second half. But watch that front side inside linebacker. This is Dookie. This is Dookie. Stop. Hard stop. We cannot dive inside because as soon as we do, we're reached. Okay? Thought Michigan did a horrible job, a horrid job in the first half of not allowing themselves to get reached. This was the photo and the caption in the picture all night, man. All day, at least in the first half. That's why they had rushing success. If you look at the box scores in the first half, these two teams look like Ohio State's about to dominate them. But they got to the outside shoulder really well in the first half. The second half, they will not, okay? Michigan will correct all of these issues. Got to play with good outside leverage. I don't think there is a football team in America that has shown me over the years that they can consistently do it, though. Here's the thing. Here's what Michigan failed to do the first snap, and the rest of the game, they were Gucci. Okay, hey, look at the situation, guys. They got it down the field. You did a good job of making them take 11 plays to this point. This is the 12th play of the drive. They made it really freaking hard. I mean, 4 plays at a clip. They made these jokers earn it to get down the field, right? But here we are, 3rd and goal. Get your butt off the field. You have to, and you're going to have to do it with playing man. Everyone is a cover 1 team in the red zone. Everyone plays man in the red zone. Ain't nobody out here playing zone unless you're on Madden, okay? So, 22, it's you, buddy. It's you against Ibuka, okay? It's going to be you. It's going to be you, 24, okay? It's going to be you, 5. It's going to be you, 3, okay? They don't worry about this guy. Not on 3rd and goal. Maybe this guy runs. It's going to be you guys getting pressure, okay? It's going to be you guys clouding up the passing lanes. But in reality, 3rd and goal, get off the field, okay? It's on you. It's on you. It's on you running over late, and it's on you. Get off the field, okay? Michigan doesn't do it here. The rest of the game, they do. It will boil down to this right there. It will boil down to the linebacker giving a little bit more of a rub for his guy, right? Look at 24. We talked about this on Patreon the other night. Look at this linebacker, okay? Linebacker plays so vital on the goal line, too. You're a free man. You got to cloud windows, right? So we got to get a body. Just wait, man. I love the ability to look at these guys in the first quarter and then look at them in the second quarter because you're going to see some special stuff from these linebackers from Michigan come second half. This first half, though, we're going to eat them alive. You have got to get off the field. I told you. In the red zone to date, to that point, they had scored or kicked field goals on 9 of 55 possessions. The rest of the time, they'd score touchdowns. Okay? So what's that? Of the 55 scores, they had, 46 of them were touchdowns, 9 of them were field goals. You got to be on that 9 side if you're beating Ohio State on Saturday. I'm going to promise you that right now. Let's take a look at this. We're at 148. Hey, Stroud, year 3 right here. Okay? Stroud, year 3 right here. You're giving away too much. Watch how quick he clicks this. Okay? I've told you on this channel for years, safety alignment will dictate blitzes. Watch the safeties. They'll tell you everything, where they rock, where they roll, where they blitz it, where they cover it. It will be everything, okay? So year 3, we give the quarterback a little guy in the slot doing this one. I'm finna come. right? Doing that one right there, okay? And the safety standing over the top of him. And look, C.J. Stroud don't even play, right? He gives the read, boom, pulls it out, immediately gets it out into the flat. Got to tackle, got to tackle, got to tackle. I will say it over and over again tonight. You have got to tackle. These guys are really, really good in space. They recruit that way. All these receivers are built the same exact way. 6'1", 205, run like deer. 6'1", 185, run like deer. That's what they are, all of them. Where are we going to next? 214. Again, really, really, really confused. Really confused with what the assignment, alignment, execution was from the front side, inside linebackers for Michigan. It just doesn't make any sense. He just allows, just completely allows people to get to his outside arm and outside shoulder. I promise you in the second half, this will not happen. Against Georgia from snap one, it rarely ever happens. I rarely ever, if ever, see linebackers playing this soft, okay, and not fighting over the top of that, okay, or not being able to shed that block for Georgia. So often, this window gets closed by the defensive end. Jamon Dumas-Johnson or Smile Mondon fall over, and that play ends up for +2, right, as opposed to, I think it ends up for a +7 right here for Ohio State. +9. Hey, year 3 right here. Year 3. Year 3 with C.J. Stroud here again. Okay. They got a slant here. Okay. A comeback here. That's actually a little slant right there. Okay. It's actually much more shallow. Let's try this again. Slant here. Comeback. Okay. We got another like inward breaking route here. And we got kind of like a slot wheel right here. Okay. I believe, now I'm brand new in these passing concepts, so forgive me, but I believe this is what we call the P4 passing system. I think they're teaching their quarterbacks what we teach in the football world as the 4 R's of quarterback play. Okay, the 4 R's of quarterback play are rhythm, read, rush, release. Sorry, I just learned these four terms. Okay, so on this design, right, we have a rhythm throw, a 1, 2, 3. Hit it as soon as we get to our back step. If he's open, we're taking it, right? We have a read throw, which, hey, if the rhythm throw is not open, we are going to read basically our big shot, the team that the winner that we like, basically pre-snap, right? And if the read is not there, we are going to have our rush read, which basically means, hey, the rush is landing, okay? The rush is landing, okay? And then the last one, release, would be the quarterback's like knowing the next step, which is where's the pressure coming from, right? So it's rhythm, read, rush, release. Say it with me, class. Rhythm, read, rush, release. We're going to get a good look at this right here. There's the picture of the concept. Remember, rhythm, read, rush, release, okay? Scramble wherever you need to, quarterback. All right, let's take a look at it. So hypothetically, ball snap, ride the fake out. He should be looking at the slant. Boom, his eyes go to the rhythm throw, right? He doesn't like the rhythm. All right, so now he's going to come back down to the read. He peeked it once with Harrison, didn't like it. So now he's feeling pressure. We got to get to our rush read, ball out. So here we go from the top again. Count it out in your head. You can literally see him click it, right? Down set, hut, look at my rhythm, read, rush, release, right? Ball out. That's how these guys play. That's how when you see these pace and space offense, the quarterback looks like he's getting the ball out so quickly because he's taught to do so. Rhythm, read, rush, release. So that's him getting all the way to the third read. That's what I mean by year 3, right? We getting all the way through the progression. .236 right here. See what we're looking at. Still exceptionally confused. Exceptionally confused by what's going on here. Don't understand it. Don't get it. I don't think they did either because they corrected it. I mean, look at 30. He is diving inside into A-gap right there. It makes no sense. While reading counter to his face, it just like nothing about that is linebacker proof principles. They can still line up, though. Here's that I formation, right? I told you a little bit earlier, if they put 2 tight ends on the field, they're trying to be old school football or their version of it, the Big Ten's version of old school football, right? They're going to put this H back in here. They're going to motion them. They still got the tight end right there, right? And they're going to say down set hut, and they're just working off this one combination block. That's it. They got Paris Johnson, a left tackle that I love. That's a Sunday guy out there, number 77. The rest of the offensive line, relatively sus. All right. This guy's really, really good. So on critical downs, they're probably going to go at him or behind him, rather. Okay. Something to pay attention to. But yeah, they'll get in, they'll run I formation or what looks like I formation, modern I formation, and insert a fullback. So you got to be ready, defensive backs, linebackers, safeties. When we get this look, got to be able to come downhill. Here's a back end look at it. I'll tell you this, you guys bag on announcers all the time. Joe Klatt, best in the business, 100%. Well, it's the first real Big Ten game I've watched and listened. Most of the time it's a secondary viewing for me just because of my job. But damn, that dude he is gifted at what he does. As soon as I was seeing it on my film study, as soon as I turned the audio on the replay, that Sun Gun was picking it up really, really quick. He's really, really good, man. Hey, got to shut down the eye candy, right? Got to shut down the eye candy. All this junk. Again, they will motion with purpose. They will motion with purpose. There he goes on jet. Now he's going to come into orbit return. Boom, there it is. They're just trying to run sweeps, or basically a sweep. That is a truck sweep, essentially, with a lead blocker out there in the form of a tight end. I don't like this against Michigan. Look how many bodies they got out there. I really don't like this against SEC teams. Way too much team speed. Way, way, way too much team speed to do this kind of stuff. Even Bama can't get away with this. Even like Henry Ruggs could not run away from Richard LeCount, Georgia fans. Do y'all remember that? October 2020. Go back and look at it. They ran orbit return motion screen pass to Jalen Waddle or Henry Ruggs. One of them jitterbugs out there in the flat. Boom, shut it down immediately. Shut it down immediately. So Michigan having a little problem getting reached right here in B-gap. Linebacker can't really fight, get his left arm free to make this tackle, right? So, hey, coach, let's make a pre-halftime adjustment right now on the second drive of the game here in the red zone. And by God, let's plug that front side safety. Shit, if we can't keep them from running into B-gap, send another body. By God, it's brilliant, Bobby. By God, it's brilliant, Bobby. Where'd you come up with that? Here it comes. All right, he's going to walk down right now. They're telling him, hey, we're in man covers outside. I'm plugging. Boom. Here comes 19. Sticks him right there in the hole. Okay, little stickies. But hey, I'm saying hey a lot tonight. That's what coaches do if you haven't figured it out. Okay, they run the ball right here. Watch how quick this happens. Big Ten Network goofing around trying to get a replay in. Check this out. Third and 9, in the red zone, second possession of the football game. Really, really critical portion of the football game, right? Michigan's DC, they about to show us, but Michigan's DC over there trying to get the call in. Whole defense trying to get the call in. What's Ohio State doing, guys? They're on the ball snapping the football right now. They're snapping the football 3rd and 9. They don't have to think. They don't have to do nothing. They're in full scan protection. They're in down blocks, okay? They're pinching the backside with Stover right there, and they're running whatever the hell concepts they got going, okay? But look, here's the deal. All you guys out here, y'all cannot get bothered with what these guys got to get called in from the sideline. That defensive back call has to be in so damn fast. Coach, I don't care if it's holding up 1 on the sideline, everybody knows we're in cover 1. I don't care if it's 2, hold up the numbers, everybody knows we're in 2-man. I don't care. Get it signaled in now. Let those guys play. Do your tinkering with the front 6. But those dudes got to get up, lined up, ready to play now, because right here is why. Downset Hut, Ohio State prefers the pace in this situation, trying to catch you off guard, because they're dang sure not throwing their best winner. He's not open. He ain't even gotten to his break yet. This dude's running a clear off. He's just going with a fade. They're running a speed out here from 9, or from the number 2 receiver. On 3rd and 9, even if they complete this ball, they're hoping that he's out leveraging him. He's going to beat him to the pylon on a yak play. This is not a 3rd and 9 winner. This is a 3rd and 9 lineup. We're running red 5 because we're trying to win with pace. Again, not something that I've seen teams successfully do against Georgia in years past. If you're going to schematically beat Georgia, you're not going to surprise them. You're not going to line up and just get guys with their eyes in the wrong spot consistently. You might do it once or twice, Missouri, right? And have Jamon Dumas-Johnson yelling at Kamari Lassiter on the sideline. But most of the time, it's going to be like this. They're going to line up. They're going to play man. They're going to undercut the route. They're going to get a hand on it. You're bringing the field goal unit on. Immediately, just that fast. Look, DC's trying to get it called in. 32 don't know what the hell's going on. Does not matter. The rest of the field, the defensive back crew that actually matters, knows, hey, this little whip return, that they're trying to run right here. Shut that down. Let's go. That's not going to win. Not necessarily confused. They're trying to win with pace. It's a 5-yard route on 3rd and 9. They're clearly not trying to win by design. They're trying to win by pace. And that's okay. Some offenses can do that. And I guarantee that stuff, I mean, it obviously works 99.9% of the time for Ohio State. They're not a bad offense, right? Not a bad offense. So there it was. First 2 drives. Check this out, right? First 2 drives. And if you go back and listen to this game, or if you go back and remember this football game, Ohio State fans probably think, man, we were kicking the shit out of them. We were walking the ball down the field. No, you were scoring in the manner in which they forced you to score. Ohio State scored 10 points and took 22 plays to just methodically dink and dunk their way down the field. That was the whole game. If I could show you the play chart, which I got it somewhere, okay, if you go look at the drive chart, which I've failed to put up here because I'm self-produced, if you can look at the drive chart, you will see that they had a 10-play scoring drive on a field goal. They had a 6-play scoring drive, kicked another field goal. They had 1 explosive to Marvin Harrison Jr. that we're going to show you here in a little bit, okay? They had a 10-play drive that ended in an interception. Okay, the rest of them, 4-play interception, 3-play field goal, 3-play punt, 3-play punt, 5-play punt, 4-play punt. Either you went 3 and out, essentially, or they forced you to walk all the way down the field and settle for a field goal. Or walk all the way down the field, try to force the ball into the end zone and get picked off. That's what the game plan was, and they executed it perfectly, okay? And by the way, there is no one, in my opinion, in college football that plays what is essentially bend but don't break defense better than the University of Georgia. I mean, if you're scoring on 12-play drives. Everyone wants to bring up that Kent State game. That was like, oh, Kent State scored on them. Bro, tip your cap to that offensive coordinator. They had 3 12-play scoring drives. Good on them. Good on them. They sustained offense. That's what it requires against Georgia, okay? So if Ohio State can sustain offense, they can score points. Or just C.J. Stroud and Marvin Harrison Jr. being great. That would terrify me. Let's keep going. Again, that would terrify me if I were Georgia because it's very, very possible. Very, very possible. All right. We are going on to 416 right here, I believe. Hey, they busted a coverage right here, guys. Or on the next clip. They busted a coverage right here to Michigan. So I think I saw a couple of uncharacteristical drops from Ohio State's wide receiver core, one we're going to look at in a little bit. And I saw some uncharacteristic like misses on drop or on busted coverages. This corner right here just fails completely to carry vertical into the deep third. He looks like he's just pressing vertically in a cover 2 zone drop because no one runs into his flat. Okay, he definitely does not continue to ride vertically. What I'm telling you is nobody has this portion of the field. In fact, 7 looks like he's in oh shit scramble mode midway through the play, trying to get back on top of it. There it is right there. Just that little up at the top. Quarterback's getting forced out, so Fleming had to sit back down. So a combination of the bust happening at the right time, if you will, right? C.J. Stroud gets flushed out of the pocket right now, and this dude, Fleming right here, looks to me like he's running either at least a deep comeback or a continued vertical, and as soon as he sees that Stroud is under duress, he squats it back down. Just something to note. .436 right here. Got to tackle. Got to tackle. Got to tackle. Got to get them down. 100%. Now, this next clip, again, I think Michigan did a really, really good job of kind of throwing a bunch of different things. Okay, a bunch of different things at Stroud. Right here, they come out in a really, really soft-shelled zone. Woo, hello. Right here, they come out in this really, really soft zone, right? You got 4 bodies basically at the hard deck line, right? 7 yards past the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be some type of deep zone. Okay, probably got corner or linebackers dropping under thirds, right? Maybe they drop one of these guys and rush one of these. Does not matter. Nonetheless, they're about to throw zone at you, Stroud. And all of a sudden, you know, after playing a couple rounds of man coverage, maybe playing some 2 high, maybe play some 3 high. Now all of a sudden they play 4 high, and we get some Pat Mahomes back there on that football check down to the rush read, right? And all of a sudden, hey, -4 on the pass attempt, okay? I'm not saying he struggles against zone. I'm not saying he struggles against man, or they as an offense struggle against one or the other. The only time you're going to confuse offenses like this is if you give them a multiple look. You give them a bunch of different stuff. Again, no one does it better than Georgia. Maybe Michigan. Michigan doing a damn good job here. Still really confused. Front side linebacker, don't get it. I don't understand the front side play at all right here in the first half of this football game. 17 dives inside. Front side linebacker 30, have no clue. Have never, ever in my life seen power attacked that way. Never, ever. Okay? So, yeah, they're getting outside. They're rushing the football really, really successfully in the first half, was Ohio State. They try to run the football again right there on 3rd and 5, and now they get in 4th and 2. Okay? H-back again on the field. Here's the why. I tweeted today, this football team and this offensive coordinating staff designs up far too many winners for a guy at a position right now who ain't winning. This is Stover. Again, I mean, he's playing middle linebacker in the bowl game last year for them. The spring, he switches over to tight end. And, bro, you would have thought he was like their best player with how they were calling football plays sometimes. I mean, that's actually 13 personnel. They got 88 in there, too. Stuff like that, I don't understand. I don't really get. I don't really understand why we got a lot of good football players on the field. Why are we taking that shot? Talked about rhythm throws, right? Rhythm, read, rush, release. Rhythm, read, rush, release. The P4 passing principles, right? This is a rhythm throw. You cannot allow this guy to just eat you alive with rhythm throws. Okay, this next one. It's down set hut, foot to the back of the drop, ball out. Watch this. Watch how easy this is. Rhythm, ball out. Okay? When coach talk about getting them on rhythm, you can't do that if the rhythm throws are thrown off. So we got to do a good job as an offensive coordinator playing these guys of disrupting that timing. Okay? This next clip, you got to hope happens on Saturday too. You just got to hope 18 might just be a little bit off. This is the only career drop for 18. One. He got one career drop right there. Boom. That's it right there. And all it was he misplaced his hands. He had his hands on top instead of on bottom instead of on top. And the other thing, right? Here you go. A 3rd and 5 right here. You get in 3rd and 5 because of that drop right there, right? All right. Now, they got a beater on you. Like I told you, they're going to throw man beaters at you when they need them. Every single time they need them, they're going to throw them because they're a good quarterback. They're a good quarterback and a good staff. So when you get this man beater on 3rd and 5, you best get your butt off the field because this is who they are. They get into these situations a whole bunch, way more than any more successful offense than you will ever find. Watching Ohio State film is living in 3rd and 5 plus, or sometimes, or somehow, some way they pull rabbits out their hat all the time. All right, and this is a rabbit trying to be pulled out the hat right here by C.J. Stroud. You cannot allow it. Just like Michigan right here, you got to get off the field. Every single time. Look how close this is. He is evading pressure. That ball's in his wickets, man. It's in his fingertips. That thing's got to come down, toes in. That ball is dotted. Okay, it's a perfectly thrown football. It could be down just a hair. Okay, but he's he's fading. He's doing all kinds of stuff. We'll show you why in a second, but you got to get off the field. You have to either hope he misses or disrupt that football right there. That is the key on Saturday. That was the key to Michigan's victory. Okay, it was the key right here of beating the shit out of this guy. All right, but this dude's so special that he still almost gets away with it. But 6 does a good job at the point of disrupting the football and making sure that the receiver doesn't come down with it. Well executed by all involved, including 7. They just don't get the win. Just some of the run fits, man. Some of the run fits early from Michigan, like they didn't play a perfect football game. I think that's why you saw Ohio State actually have some success. They did not play a good football game in the first half, or a perfect football game, rather. They played a good football game. They did not play a perfect one. Don't really understand that. This is the fear, though, right? That these two dudes can do this really, really often. Again, man, look at that ball. Ooh-wee. Okay, this is automatically in scoring position. All they're doing is running a smash concept out of trips. Okay, They run the smash concept. This dude fades to his left and throws an absolute dotty on the sideline right here. Marvin Harrison does a great job getting his toes down. If they do this twice in one drive, it's a scoring drive. Just letting you know. Okay? So get ready. They play them in, they play them out, they play them everywhere. Get ready. One of the very first things I tweeted about in this matchup, sweaty nightmares. Big time sweaty Call of Duty lobby right here with this wide receiver room, no doubt. But this is what happens, right? Michigan making them work. I think it's the 7th, 8th play of this drive right here. Really making them work, drive it down the field. And hey, all it takes, Kirby, all it takes, Jim Harbaugh, all it takes, defense coordinators in this world, all right, is this right tackle to jump off sides on 2nd and 6. Now they're in a 2nd and 11, and we got to get 2 incompletions to get off the field. That's it. We are hoping and praying that we can keep them in front of us long enough for them to F up. That's what it is, right? For them to F up or for us to inflict a havoc play. That is the whole kind of idea behind bend but don't break defenses against these football teams. Play them with too high, stop the run with light boxes, mix coverages, do all this good stuff. But when we get them in 2nd and 11, when we get them in 3rd and 11, we have got to confuse them a lot. We have got to give them different looks. Right here, okay, right here they plug here and they drop here or whatever, right? I think they actually here, kind of like that. Okay, Stroud does a good job throwing away from the blitz. But nonetheless, you got to give them different looks. Every single play, got to make it harder on them to just line up and say downset hut. Because I promise you, you will, I 100% will confuse them. You will confuse them. 3rd and 11 right here. This is really his first miss. First and only miss that I watched. He doesn't miss a ton. Sometimes I think you can kind of get him off of his platform, okay? I think he can get kind of lackadaisical with his lower half, as most West Coast kids tend to do. But it is what it is. Eventually, you're banking on that right there. That first true miss, if you will. But here's the deal. Check the sticks. Woo, woo, woo. Check the sticks right here, guys. Y'all see what I see, right? 2nd and 3. What does that indicate? That indicates that they had tremendous first down success on this drive, okay? Ball on the 47, whatever the hell they're on, the 43. You're getting a shot. You're getting shot in the face right now. I promise you, every single time you play these teams, when they have first down success, bombs away. Bombs absolutely away. They're going to try to take you out right now. So, downset hut, a lot of play action, 2, 3-man route, everything's deep. 2 or 3-man route, everything's deep. He's coming back to his check down, and his check down is a 12-yard comeback. All right? And this is all it takes, guys. It takes one reception. One reception off a hard play action because they had positive first down success. Now they pick up the sticks. It's 1st and 10, ball on the plus side of the field. And guess what? You already know what's coming. Downset hut. They're going to spread you out. They're going to play with a little pace, and they're going to say, all right, here we go. That's what it boils down to right now. No safety help. Marvin Harrison is clear outside the damn numbers. So here we go. You two, right here. Mano y mano. Can you stop it? That's all it takes. All it takes is for them to just feel like they got a positive drive going, and then boom, unleash the beast. Let it rock. That's scary, right? That can be really, really scary. But you got to survive those, man. You really, really have to survive those. Additionally, I don't think Ohio State's defense could stop a nosebleed, but we'll tell you that. We'll tell you more about that later. I think we're missing stuff right here. My bad. I'm out here dilly-dallying. Oh, I know what we got to talk about. That was the end of the first half. We're going to the second quarter right here, or second half right here. We're going to give it all to you. We give it all to you. Normally right now, we close the walls. We tell you, come watch the second half, how Michigan actually changed over on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. But we're going to keep rolling. If you're watching us right now, we are 3.5 hours now deep into our Ohio State coverage. We have been breaking this stuff down on Patreon the entire week, or the entire month, basically, leading up to this football game. So here we go. We're going to the second half. I told you, Michigan doing some real questionable stuff just in terms of like alignment and assignment. keeping their outside arm free, all that good stuff in the run game. And Michigan or Ohio State doing everything really they needed to do to score on these elongated drives, right? The first 2 scoring drives took 22 total plays. That's the antithesis of Ohio State football. They want to score in 3. They want to score every single play. Hell, Stover today told the media that if they don't score on every play, it was an unsuccessful play. That's their method in the offense, whatever. But nonetheless, they want to score and score fast. Michigan doing a good job of just limiting them, keeping them up front, and making them really eat it out, and then settling for field goals in the red zone. This second half, ain't none of that. This second half is stone cold defense. This second half is we made all the adjustments. Y'all didn't change nothing, and we fitting to walk y'all out y'all's own stadium. That's what this is right here. Okay, so let's shut up. Let's go on the tape because this is good stuff right here. Here we go. Whoa, man down, man down. All right. Here we go. Here we go. First play of the second half. Look at this. Hey, bunch of bodies above the hard deck line, right? 1, 2, 3, probably 4. They're only dedicating 6 bodies to the box to stop the run. Dead up. Same game plan, okay? Sometimes they play man coverage. Sometimes they play zone. But the consistent thing is they are committed to stopping the run with 6 defenders and 6 only. And they did a good job of really mixing coverage. Up here to the top, they're going to play zone, okay? Up here, down here on the bottom, looks to me like they're playing man coverage, okay? This, against P4 passing concepts like this, will dictate where the quarterback is working. All of his concepts work on man versus zone principles. Front half is man, front half is zone, back half is zone, back half is man. Okay, this half of the field, we work if there's a man read. This half of the field, we work if there's a zone read. So if I give him a man read down here and I give him a zone read up here, hypothetically, I can kind of dictate where he's going to throw the football, okay? Because they only work so many different ways. So he sees man, so he immediately works his man beater, right? Which is that quick slant down there to Harrison on the bottom of the screen. Making him throw into tight windows because the linebacker knows where he's got to drop to get into that. I think Georgia is better and stronger here. I think Georgia is better and stronger here. I think their defensive ends or slash stars basically is who they play out here. They play a version of a jack, but they're just playing 2 traditional defensive ends, 2 big old mofos. I think Georgia's better there, okay? And why does that matter? Well, they're not going to respect, no defense really is going to respect Stroud's legs as a true running threat. They know they don't want to run him too much. They don't have a ton of backups, right? So 32 on the backside right there, I promise you, hey, Chaz Chambliss might run that down. Michael Williams might run that down. Robert Beal might run that down. Okay, these football players who in the SEC have kind of shown a tendency to make these windows just slightly tighter against Big Ten football teams. Yeah, perhaps. And as well, this guy's going to be number 2 or number 10 from Georgia, both who were Buckeyes Award semifinalists worthy football players this year. And I haven't seen Georgia's front side inside linebacker get latched and locked like that in, like, I don't know, 4 years. It's been a minute since they've given up traditional 8 yards of carry when ball carriers have been touched at 2 yards. Does that make sense? Not really this defense. Again, no respect given to CJ Stroud's legs. No one's going to threaten. He's not threatening you. Okay, they do not run him. They don't want to run him. I would imagine most of his runs are like heat of the moment, have to have these first down type of runs, critical down runs, things like that. He's not I don't consider him a threat with the legs. Now, this whole sequence right here, this whole sequence is why you don't beat good and well-coached football teams doing crap like this, okay? So I don't know if this is an Ohio State thing. Obviously, it's not an Ohio State thing. This was a that day thing. So this is what I told you about earlier. I felt like they midway through the third quarter, they got super butthole tight, super, super tight right here, and this is one of them. They are going to get a conversion right here on 3rd and 3. Excuse me, wrong clip. We're going to 9:49. It's a 3rd down here in a second. Here we go. 1st and 10, actually. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah. Here it is. Okay. Check this out. They're going to check the ball down. Okay. Get a big old gain right here. 19 does a great job making some guys miss. Okay. They're going to get run out of bounds. Obviously, you see there's a flag on the play. Okay. But it's not just any flag. It's two different flags. It's the left guard, who, by the way, I think is very, very sus. The left guard, center, and right guard, kind of sus. All right. Left guard getting spun like a top, does a good enough job holding on, okay, and protecting the quarterback long enough before he gets molly-whapped. All right, but here's the personal foul, too, over on the sideline. Third string tight end, by the way. Third string tight end that's like only in when we're running 12 personnel, only in when we're running rabbit package, only in when we're like truly an 11 personnel football team, and he's playing an H more than a Y. And here he is over on the sideline getting into the extracurriculars. All right, and hold on, but wait, there's more. Third and 19, after all they end up in a first and 35. After all that hoopla, they end up getting into a third and 19 and damn near converted, getting to a 4th and 6 right here on third down. Look at this. Boom, ball pops up. Michigan's basically in prevent, and here's 4th and 6. Now, I'm fine with every quarterback in America doing what C.J. Stroud does right here. Completely fine with it, all right? But when he does it this time and you elect to punt the football the next time you're in plus territory or in the middle of the field on 4th and short, it costs you the football game. We're not going to have time to get there, but Michigan or Ohio State fans know what I'm talking about. Here we go, 4th and 6. This is the one everyone missed. This was almost 100% catastrophic. Now, they lose by 3 scores anyways. They lose by 25 points. But this right here, coming up on punt team, they got lucky. Check this out. I want to show y'all something. Okay? They're going to show me. We get a snap infraction, first of all, from the snapper. So, wetting down the leg all over the field right now for everybody from Ohio State on special teams. Okay? But here's the real kicker, literally. Boom. Here's our punter. Probably Australian. Don't know. He look Australian. Don't know nowadays. Most of the boots are from the down under. All right? So here he is. He's looking at his up back. Now, they're saying something. I don't know what they're saying, but 34 clearly got the memo. They got something going on. He relays it at 35. They tell 8. Everybody over here is looking. All right. There is something afoot. All right. Everybody needs to know there is something afoot. Now, who doesn't know that there is something afoot? Everybody on the TV broadcast. Oh, no. Everybody on the TV broadcast knows there's nothing afoot. Everybody on Michigan's defense knows there's nothing afoot. And apparently, the long snapper, because check this out, okay? Long snapper, going to snap it, a seed right back to the punter, but the punter's working his fake. And he realizes, oh, damn, the ball just got snapped past me. Boom, sticks his hands out and catches it. Thank God, because that ball would have went back to the damn goal line. Look at that, though. Hey, Scott Cochran, alert, 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 alert. Woo, 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 woo. Almost bad. Almost bad. Punter does a really good job getting his ball off, but almost bad. All right, look. I study a lot of football. You guys know this. Study a lot of football. And through that study of football comes I just notice different things, right? Like in a little bit, they go 3rd and 5. They do the same orbit motion and try to throw the same truck sweep that they ran in the first quarter. Repetitive tendencies, don't love them. Here in a little bit, you're going to see in this football game, they come out from the second half and they're so confused. I actually want to show it because it's really, really bad. Let me show this. Hold on. Watch this check with me series right here. Watch this sequence. This is the definition of not only the players on the field having not been prepared for what they're looking at, but the coaching staff as well, absolutely wetting down their leg on a 2nd and 9. Check this out. Okay. So it is a 2nd and 9 right here. Middle of the second quarter, or middle of the second half. At this point, it's the 4th quarter. At this point, Michigan gives them a look that they have not seen all day. Look at the middle of the field. The middle of the field is wide ass open, and they're running a check with me. Watch this. They're going to say downset HUD, give it a hard count, okay? And everybody's going to look at the sideline. And you can hear on the TV broadcast him saying check, check, check. Now, I love this because I'm an offensive line guy. Watch the offensive line have to tell the sideline that the middle of the field is completely vacated. Check this out. Look, he's about to scream, hey, there's no mic in the middle of the field. There's nothing. We got nobody. Oh, tick, 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 tick. Clock's ticking down, 0.5 seconds left. Okay, they're going to have to snap the ball. They really still, to this point, just got the play call in. Nobody really knows what they're running. 2nd and 9. They're running 7-man pass protection, 3-man routes, okay? This route is ran piss poor. I wonder why. Probably because the assignment got pulled in late. That guy looks like he's stock blocking. Nothing about that pad level tells me he's going to run a route. Don't know what the hell X is doing down here on the bottom in Julian Fleming, but I think the quarterback and him are going to have to figure something out here on 2nd and 9 just to get us the hell out of this situation. And, of course, because he's a special player, he does it, okay? You cannot confuse special plays with special coaching because that is not special coaching. That is lack of preparation on what the hell we're seeing right now from everyone involved. You are down 11 points. It is 2nd and 9. The ball's on your own 25. If I am to sit here and believe that you want to play this slow, then, boy, we got a whole bunch of other problems, right? You don't want to play this slow. You're having to play this slow. And, again, 7 bails you out. 7 100% bails you out. But here's the play. Look. So you got a special quarterback, right? You got a really good guy back there. Some would say great. So here, what do we do? I told you, bunch and motion with purpose. Bunch and motion with purpose. Bunch and motion with purpose. That's what we would be pounding in the meeting all week. And here we go. They're bunched and they're motioning. So what do you think they're doing? Well, no shit. There goes the orbit return, the jet return, bubble to 10. Boom. Hand knocked down, pass knocked down. Bring that punt unit on, Bubba. It's like, again, all this, oh, so-and-so's offensive genius. He's a great offensive coordinator. Great play caller. They put up a bunch of points. But I've never watched an Ohio State game, offensively or defensively, by the way, and said, oh, damn, they made a bunch of changes. Oh, wow, they were a completely different football team from quarter 2 to quarter 4. Oh, wow, they were getting beat here and they shored it up. Or, oh, wow, this was a problem. They went away from it. Oh, wow, this was their game plan. They changed and went to the audible plan B and C. I'll never see that, man. Great recruiter, though. Great recruiter. Great pass concepts. They're going to put up points. They can still beat Georgia in this game because they got the best quarterback and they got the best receiver. So they can still win the game. But there's a lot that they have to overcome in a sense of just operational errors, just things that go affray quite often. Appreciate you guys for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. For Brooks Austin, for the film guy, for the Gramco.com, promo code Brooks25. We'll see you guys next time. Love you. Oh, we don't want to leave the store. We want to end recording.